In a world full of noise, distractions, and constant movement, it's easy to forget the stillness within us. Many of us spend our lives chasing external achievements, money, success, fame, believing that these will bring us lasting happiness. But what if true happiness doesn't come from the outside? What if peace and fulfillment are found within? Buddha, one of the greatest spiritual teachers of all time, offered us a profound path to inner peace and wisdom. Today we'll explore his 6 steps of teachings and how they can guide us toward a more meaningful and peaceful life. The first step: understanding the nature of suffering. Buddha's teachings begin with a simple yet powerful truth. Suffering is a part of life. He called it dukkha, which refers to the inevitable challenges, discomforts, and pain we experience as human beings. This truth is not meant to bring despair, but to awaken us to the fact that life is not about avoiding suffering, but about understanding it. Buddha taught that by understanding the root causes of suffering, we can overcome them and live a more peaceful life. Imagine a moment in your life when you felt overwhelmed by stress, disappointment, or sadness. Perhaps you were dealing with a difficult situation, an unfulfilled goal, or even a broken relationship. At that moment, it may have felt like there was no way out. But Buddha's wisdom teaches us that suffering is not permanent. It is a natural part of life, and it's how we respond to it that makes all the difference. The second step: the power of the mind. Buddha often spoke about the power of the mind, teaching that our thoughts shape our reality. The mind can be a source of great wisdom and peace, but it can also be a source of confusion and suffering. Buddha compared the mind to a wild elephant, untamed, restless, and chaotic. But just as an elephant can be trained with patience and discipline, so too can our minds be trained to find peace. One of the key lessons Buddha taught was mindfulness. He encouraged us to live in the present moment, fully aware of our thoughts, actions, and surroundings. When we practice mindfulness, we begin to understand the impermanence of all things and the interconnectedness of all beings. This awareness brings a sense of peace that no material possession or external success can provide. The third step: letting go of attachments. Buddha taught that attachment is one of the primary causes of suffering. When we become attached to things, whether it's people, outcomes, or possessions, we create a sense of ownership and expectation that leads to disappointment. Think of the times when you held on to something so tightly, whether it was a relationship, a job, or a dream, and when it was taken away, you felt pain and loss. This attachment is a form of suffering. Buddha's path to liberation is not about rejecting the world, but about letting go of the attachment to outcomes. It's about accepting life as it is, without trying to control everything. Imagine what it would be like if you could embrace life with an open heart, without clinging to things or worrying about the future. This doesn't mean you stop striving for goals or stop caring about people. Rather, it means you learn to be at peace with whatever happens. When you let go of attachments, you free yourself from the chains of desire and find true freedom. The fourth step: compassion and loving kindness. Buddha's teachings are filled with compassion and loving kindness. He believed that the key to inner peace and a fulfilling life is to cultivate love and compassion for others. Buddha's famous Metta Sutta teaches us to wish for all beings to be happy, free from suffering, and live with peace. This practice of loving kindness is not limited to those we know, but to all beings, including those we may not like or understand. Compassion is not just an emotion, it's an action. When we approach the world with compassion, we treat others with kindness, patience, and understanding. This can be as simple as offering a kind word to someone who is struggling, or listening without judgment. Buddha reminded us that when we act with love and compassion, we heal not only others but ourselves. The more we practice compassion, the more we cultivate inner peace. The fifth step: the middle way. One of Buddha's most profound teachings is the concept of the middle way. This principle advises us to avoid extremes and find balance in our lives. Many of us fall into the trap of living in extremes, working too hard and neglecting self-care, or indulging in excess and feeling empty afterward. Buddha taught that a balanced life, where we cultivate both inner peace and external engagement, is the path to true happiness. Finding balance means not being too attached to pleasures, but also not rejecting them entirely. It means recognizing that life is about moderation, about not being swept away by either desire or aversion. Think of your own life. Are you living in balance? Are you nurturing your mind, body, and spirit in a way that aligns with your values? The sixth step, the impermanence of life. Buddha taught that everything in life is impermanent. Our emotions, situations, and even our very lives are constantly changing. This understanding of impermanence brings us peace because it reminds us that no matter how difficult or painful a situation may be, it will pass. Similarly, when things are going well, we can appreciate them more fully, knowing they are fleeting. When you grasp the truth of impermanence, you learn to accept life as it comes, whether it's success or failure, joy or sorrow. You begin to appreciate the present moment, understanding that it is all we truly have. This realization is liberating, for it frees you from the fear of loss and allows you to live more fully. As we wrap up today's video, remember that Buddha's teachings offer us a path to inner peace through mindfulness, compassion, and letting go of attachments. By applying these principles, we can transform our lives from within. Take one step today, whether it's practicing gratitude, releasing an attachment, or being more present in the moment. Every small action brings you closer to true peace and happiness. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and may you find peace on your journey.